cannot wait to show you what I've been up to. I have not been this excited about a car since bought the E55 a little over a year ago. A 6.0 LS powered extended wheelbase black 8-lug 1-ton setup. Oh my god.
How much?
How pleasant to see you again.
Where in the cosmos am I?
You are in another universe.
On the other hand, you probably want to know what's going on with the AMG. I am going drifting, finally, again, after months of work, on the 19th at Sonoma Drift. It'll be a lot of fun. This is the first time the car will be shown like this, in the full wrap, with the livery, FCP Euro, loud and proud, across the banner. Dapper Drift, FCP Euro, every part you buy is guaranteed for life. This isn't exactly team colors, but this is team colors right here. You don't get that anywhere else. So excited.
How much?
It is time to put some plastics back on. Laid it out here, all this plastic has to go back on the car. I'm going to take the front bumper off and put the grille back in. Ever since my accident, I don't really have the fog light surrounds, but that's okay. And different size flares should come in at any point now. The rears are already changed, I'll change the fronts. And the most important thing I am doing is, for the whatever time, is taking out the differential, taking apart the rear suspension, dropping the exhaust, taking the axles out, dropping the differential, draining the differential, taking the differential apart, changing the internals to a proper limited slip differential. Gonna go with wave track. It's essentially a helical wave type of a design, but with one important improvement. It has a mechanism that stops the zero load condition that makes those differentials act like open differentials, and I do not want that. It's not the best differential for drifting. Yeah, okay. I was not going to pay for OS Gicken unit or various other clutch units. The factory clutch differentials are very gentle, not very useful for my purposes. So I'm going to do it the weird way, just like I do everything else, and then we'll see if it works. I think it'll work great, because I was able to drift this car with an open differential, so it'll be fine. Oh boy. Okay. This thing's out. Again. There's some damage here. Oh well. Well, in my defense, with that size crack, it wasn't cooling to begin with. You know, part of me is tempted to just remove this thing and see if it does anything at all. I don't know much about cooling, but that surface area cannot possibly be that good, especially with no thermal paste added there. I might just do away with this thing. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Fourth time, me taking apart the rear end on a W211 Mercedes. All of them done for this Dapper Drift project. Fourth time differential out, second time differential open. Last time I did this, I welded the HAG 210 housing. This time, this is the upgraded one. This is the HAG 215, which I believe refers to the diameter of the ring gear, 215 millimeters. Gonna do it right this time. Waiting on some tools in the mail to measure backlash. Going to create a spreader jig for this guy to simulate load, and then gonna measure the backlash, take this thing out, put it in LSD, and hopefully be done with this. Look at this beautiful, beautiful design. Differential cover bolts. Too short. Differential support brace bolt. Hey, just long enough. Wow, at the size of that circlip. Snap ring. This here mortal hand tool is not gonna do. 9 inches of fury ain't shit against that amount of retaining metal. Well, fuck. I really wanted to get that out today. And I am all out of time to go and get tools. There's something to be said for H&M brand rags. You know, I really like how they feel in the hand. It's got that, I know what I'm doing. This is a good tool. This is a good rag feeling to it. You know what I mean? Alrighty then. This is what we got. Where's my fuck you bar? Aha. Here we go. And we're up. Nice. Lovely. I'm bleeding. Gear oil is disinfectant, right? Wrong. Okay. This guy. Yeah, what's up? Come here, buddy. Oh, let's get you installed. Merc and products, ARP bolts. What do these guys say? Your new wave track differential is incredibly durable and will withstand the harshest environments as long as suitable oil is used. Many customers ask what oil is recommended to, blah blah blah. Says it will work with anything. Fuck friction modifiers, recommended oils, blah blah blah. What do you do when you are a silly dingus and did not check? Even though you knew to check, you did not check where the thinner bearing goes and put it on the wrong side. And when it's time to try and pull it, how do you prop it? How do you provide resistance? Where does this thing press? Well, 36mm socket and 5 francs goes a long way. I don't know if this is 5 francs, but it says 5 FR. Lifesaver. After I upgraded to the bigger housing, after the smaller housing blew up because I welded it, I get this thing apart. I get the wave track unit, I swap the ring gear on it, I put the bearings on. Of course I put the wrong bearing on the wrong side. I have to pull that off, swap it, put it all back in. I make a case spreader jig and get a dial indicator. I do all this stuff. Not that much if you've done it before, but it was pretty intimidating to me. And then I can't put it back together. I can't get the same measurement when I reassemble the case for the preload, the same linear deflection. And I was getting frustrated, so I found a gear shop in the area, called them up, brought the unit over, and then I get a call back. What are we doing with this differential? Which got me a little confused, but after a minute of talking with them, turns out that it was perfectly in spec. They just put it together, checked the gear wear pattern, and apparently everything's perfect. So I don't know what I was freaking out about. I guess I really would have liked to have the same measurement come out twice when I performed the same exact procedure. So I guess this is the case of not having the right tools or not having enough experience or a combination of the two. But this thing is together and ready to go back in. Finally. But I'm so excited that we're finally at the point I get to represent my team. We get to brag about the fact that everything is guaranteed for life. The project name is right on the livery. I am so excited for this thing. I mean, look at that pattern. That's awesome. That's just so sweet. Taking off the East Coast Euro serviceable engine mounts. It's not a cheap product, but it is a good product. The engine puts load that way. Huge shout out to these guys. It took me forever to get around to do this, but I mean, if you're keeping one of these for any amount of time, this is worth the money. So easy to work with. What a pleasure. I like nice things. This is a nice thing. I am very careful about maintaining the Dapper of the car, so this is just the right solution.